Bang, bang. It is 10 o'clock on a Wednesday. You know what that means.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
It's time.
That's right.
Football freaks, gridiron geeks, have no fear. The four horsemen are here in the flesh, baby. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Four Horsemen and Pick'ems. I am your host with the most, A Pizzle 90, big old fan of the Miami Dolphins, 1-0. Let's go. Join now with me, LC Muscles 28.
What's up?
Who is a fan of the
1-0
Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh
Steelers.
Steelers. My upset pick of the week last week.
That is
Proved
correct.
to be true.
That is correct. And also, Mr. Tiny Tim representing America's team.
Yeah, that's right. But
Oh, wait, hold on.
How about them Cowboys?
oh my goodness.
How about
Oh,
that?
man. Yeah, we would have had something like that at the end of last week's game. Yeah, we got a little recap to do. I'll say a little bit more about that. Bills Mafia, Eric, Josh, Johnster.
Johnster.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, guys?
What's up, fellas? Welcome. Welcome.
Our faithful viewers, we love you. We love you.
We love you all, each and every single one of them. Even
Hell
you.
yeah.
Even you.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Yeah, you, and you, and you up in the rafters over there. Yeah,
And
I'm
the
talking
cheap
to you.
seat.
I love you. Yeah, the cheap seat. Mwah.
The guy getting the popcorn over there.
All right.
Popcorn ready.
Even Dashy.
Mm.
That's right,
What's
Dash.
up,
What's up,
Dashy?
Dashy?
So week one was nuts.
What a week.
Let's talk about it. It's time for a little recap.
Ooh, I
Yes,
like
sir.
that.
Starting
That's
off
sweet.
Thursday night, the Bills absolutely slaughtered the Rams 31-10.
Mhm. Oh, it was
Yeah.
brutal. I was over at my buddy Mark's house, who's a diehard Rams fan. He said it best. The Rams right now played piss poor.
Super Bowl hangover? Question mark?
No, I don't think it's a Super Bowl hangover, but it just was not a very good game. Ramsey got blown up. Ramsey looked awful. Jalen Ramsey looked so bad. He said the Bills pretty much just played better than them in the entire second half.
And the Bills are for real.
Bills are for real.
Yeah,
let's
They
be
are
honest.
Oh, yes,
for real.
yes.
They are a Super Bowl
They ain't
favorite.
going away. They ain't going away.
Nobody circles the wagon
Like the Buffalo Bills.
And proof was in the pudding on Thursday night. Going into the Sunday games, you had the Eagles beating the Lions 38-35. That was a high-scoring game.
I
Nobody
did not
expected
expect that.
No.
Who expected that to be so high-scoring, especially with those two?
I'm happy the Lions are a good scoring team, though. I like Dan Campbell, and hey, maybe the Lions will put up a good fight with some of these players this week.
Oh, yeah.
And then in Chicago, the Bears beat the 49ers 19-10.
That was one of the ones we did not. I was one of the ones I got wrong. I did not see that coming. Niners look flat.
That.
Oh, no one picked it. No, like, dude, 49ers look flat.
Is Trey Lance the answer? That still remains to be seen.
I have no idea right now, but that was
still
just
remains
a brutal
to be
game.
Seen. And the shot at the end with them doing the slip and slide, that was awesome.
That was fun.
That was awesome, especially at Soldier Field when it looked like a damn hurricane out there.
Oh, it did. It looks bad.
It looked like a hurricane. They got the win 19-10. Steelers over the Bengals 23-20.
In
upset special in overtime.
That's right. Steelers won, but a cost, unfortunately, TJ Watt. Thank the Lord he's not out for the entire season. It's only 6 weeks. But if I were TJ Watt, I would wait realistically until after the bye week. The earliest he would come back is week 8.
If Cody Rhodes can wrestle in Hell in a Cell, he can play football.
I saw that. I heard about that on Mikey and Bob's thing, and I was just like, how about that one?
Hilarious. That was awesome.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious. I loved it, but thank God he's not out. I would personally say I would rather see TJ Watt rest up and then play in the second half of the season.
Now, speaking of Super Bowl hangovers, the Bengals and Joe Burrow especially, he had what, 5 turnovers?
5 turnovers, 7 sacks.
Oh, and that was one of their main things. They wanted to help build the offensive line, and they couldn't do it. Well, they did.
Like Lyle Collins looked awful. Like the Bengals' offensive line was just tragic, man.
And we'll get to a certain player in a little bit because I have him as my defensive MVP. We'll get to that in a little bit. The Dolphins got the win 20-7 over the Patriots. Tua is now 4-0 against Belichick.
That's
the only
insane.
Other quarterback to be 4-0 against Belichick, the great John Elway.
That's nuts.
4 straight times with a win over the Patriots. Let's go.
That's
Browns
nuts.
beat the Panthers. This was supposed to be Baker Mayfield's revenge.
It was supposed to be.
Yeah, it was supposed to be.
Baker, though. That illegal fake spike was bullshit. There should have been a flag that was an illegal play. That was complete and utter bullshit. Because they spiked it and they tried spiking it again. It should have been an illegal play and it should have been a fault loss of down. Because that technically is intentional grounding. So that was a terrible call. The refs missed that badly.
That's right.
Yeah.
We got a tie.
The tie.
Yeah.
I cannot believe
we have a tie. Colts and Texans tied.
How the hell did the Texans tie the Colts?
That was embarrassing.
That's a mind boggler right there.
If I were a Colts fan, I'd be embarrassed. I think the season's going to be a long one, especially when you guys play Pittsburgh on Monday night in November. It's going to be a rough time for you guys. That's all I got to say.
Well, speaking of a rough time, the
Falcons.
Like
I always say.
Oh, sorry.
Like I always say, it is going to get
ugly.
You know it. Speaking of ugly, the Falcons choked again.
Of course they did. It's the Falcons' nature.
It's what they do best.
What else is new?
Wait a minute, though. There is a thing, though. You know, Coca-Cola, the official, like Coca-Cola, they have a knockoff brand called Choke, and it's made right in Atlanta. Since Coca-Cola's factory is right in Atlanta, Choke is right in Atlanta too. So
that makes sense.
It makes so much sense.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Official soft drink of the Atlanta Falcons.
Official soft drink of the Atlanta Falcons in stores everywhere. Ravens beat the Jets. No surprise. 24.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry.
24.
Saints beat the Falcons 27-26 after a late field goal from Will Lutz. Colts tied the Texans 20-20. Ravens beat the Jets 24-9.
It stinks he's at one and Joe Flacco to at least score more than 9 points on the Ravens. But I'm still not convinced the Ravens did it. Like, the Ravens won 24-9. They should have put at least up 40.
At least.
But, yeah, they disappointed. I'm telling you guys, the only players that Lamar Jackson is to throw to is Rashard Bateman and Mark Andrews. If you lock them two up, Lamar's fucked. Let's just say it right now.
It's true. 100%. And we'll see a lot of that this coming week, I'll bet. This coming Sunday, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Fingers crossed, hopefully. Commanders beat the Jaguars 28-22. I really don't have anything to say about this. I didn't watch it at all.
I didn't either. Carson Wentz. I will say, though, about this, and the only thing I want to say positive is Jahan Dotson is the real deal receiver. He looks good.
Yes.
He looks really good. I'm actually surprised.
He is, and honestly, I think he should have been the first receiver taken in the draft.
I agree, 100%.
Over Drake London.
100%.
Vikings beat the Packers 23-7. Justin Jefferson is for real.
He is.
That guy is an absolute monster.
But I think I got one thing to say about that. Remember what happened a few years ago? RELAX. Relax.
That's right.
I remember that.
I do remember that.
You know what the crazy thing is about that game? There was a receiver coming up that had more wide receiver yards than an entire Packers team.
Yep.
We'll get that in just a bit.
Yes, he did. Yeah, this reminds me of last year. Remember when the Packers played the Saints in week 1?
Mm-hmm.
When they absolutely got their asses kicked by the Saints?
Yep, 37-3.
This kind of reminds me of that.
A little bit.
It kind of reminds me of that because I think they're going to rebound a little bit, as long as they have that bad man. You never count them out. Never count out Green Bay. Giants. I called it. I
can't believe you called that.
Giants over the Titans. I called it, even though it was the last-second field goal miss by Randy Bullock.
Unreal.
Doesn't matter. Giants got the win, 21-20 over the Titans. The Chargers beat the Raiders 24-19.
Devontae Adams. Let's talk about his performance.
Okay, let's do that.
Devontae Adams had a huge game with Derek Carr, man. Devontae Adams is the real deal in Las Vegas. I'm going to say right now, he is the real deal. He led the team with 141 yards receiving. The Packers wide receivers had less yards. Their entire wide receiver core had less yards than Devontae Adams.
As a whole.
Damn.
Damn indeed.
Right.
Damn.
Man, I thought the Patriots wide receiving core was bad. If you had to rank the 3 worst wide receiver cores in the NFL, it's the Ravens, Patriots, and Packers. Easily.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see it. I would also throw in the Browns, kind of, even though they
the Browns. Yeah, probably Browns would be my top 5.
Even though they have Amari Cooper, even though he is elite. Next game, the Chiefs. It's just proof that they don't need Tyreek Hill. They have Patrick Mahomes, 44-21 over the Arizona Cardinals.
No cheetah. No problem.
No problem.
The Cardinals are fucked too. Let's just be honest.
And then Sunday night, Bucks over the Cowboys, 19-3.
Only 2 bright spots I saw in that game. First, my boy Micah Parsons doing what he did last year. 2 sacks on Tom Brady. Plus the Cowboys did hold the Bucks to only 19 points, which I'd say is pretty good.
Not too bad.
But the penalty problem still seems to rear its ugly head. There was 10 of those in that game. They just got to clean that up and take care of better clock management. But, of course, as my name says right here,
no Dak
for a while.
No Dak.
They say he's originally going to be out for about 6 to 8 weeks, but this morning on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas, Jerry Jones says that he could be ready in 4 weeks.
I'd be surprised if he was.
It's a sign. No?
I don't buy
4 weeks, 4 horsemen.
That is a sign.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I mean, I can never really buy anything that all the old man has to say. I mean,
it's true.
The one thing I've said to a lot of people, the only thing that's for sure about Jerry Jones is that nothing is for sure about Jerry Jones?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
So they got to pick it up this week because they got a pretty good Cincinnati team coming into town.
The
They
reigning
do.
defending undisputed AFC champion, Cincinnati Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last game, Monday night.
Oh my God.
Did
Broncos
you
versus
hear
Seahawks.
how
What in the
loud
hell?
those boos were when he first stepped on that turf?
I could not
would
believe
they,
it.
Why were they
my
booing
God.
him?
Because
Why
the
were-
Seahawks fans have nothing better to do.
Yeah, but he won them a Super Bowl.
I agree, but still.
He won them a Super Bowl. Where were they? I'm curious to find out where the Seahawks fans were in 2008 when they had like Matt Hasselbeck and Sean Alexander and all those
Before
guys.
before 2005, the only times the Seahawks fans were relevant were 84 when they made the AFC Championship. No, 83 when they made the AFC Championship game. Yes, because they were in the AFC back then. And then
Mhm.
in
They were.
2005.
When
Other than
they-
that, then they
They went
lost
to the Super Bowl. Right?
That's right. And they lost too.
Now, who do I remember from back then? I think the quarterback was Dave Craig.
David
I
Creed.
think
Jim Zorn.
Jim Zorn.
running back was Kurt Warner. That's Kurt with a C.
Oh wow.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and-
Kurt Warner with a C was the quarterback.
Oh
there.
wow. Forgot
Well,
about
I
him.
think he was a running back. And then they had a defensive guy. I think his name was Steve Largent.
Steve
Oh,
Largent.
wide,
yes.
wide receiver, Steve Largent.
No, wide receiver. Yeah. Then he went on to be, he was a senator from Washington.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. He
Yeah.
was.
So, and then of course Cortez Kennedy from the U.
That's right. He was there.
From the U. He was one of the best defensive tackles. But anyways, this game. Why would you call it that?
Nathaniel
clock
Hackett is
management by
trash.
Nathaniel Hackett. What the hell was that? Honestly.
I have no clue. The thing is with Nathaniel Hackett is I realistically think the Broncos fucked up hiring him as their head coach. I think they really regret hiring him now.
After one game?
Yep. I think you should have brought in Eric Bieniemy from the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that would have been the right hire for them. It was a division hire. Eric Bieniemy knows the Chiefs. He could help them out. I think not hiring Eric Bieniemy is going to hurt them in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that remains to be seen. Seahawks got the win after Brandon McManus misses a 64-yard field goal, 17-16.
And he had 5 attempts from 62 yards and out, like more than 60 yards. He missed all of them. Why would you go for that? Makes absolutely no sense.
No sense at all whatsoever. Now, who were your guys' biggest winners and losers of the week? It could be a team. It could be a player. It could be a coach.
My big winner, there's a few. I have a few of them. One of them is Minka Fitzpatrick. His defensive performance was absolutely unreal. 14 tackles, a blocked extra point attempt, and pick 6
To start the game.
to start the game. He's definitely one of my defensive. He's definitely one of my heroes.
He's my defensive MVP of the week.
I agree
sure.
100%. He deserved it. My offensive player of the week has to be Patrick Mahomes. I have to hate to say it, but it is Patrick Mahomes. From 5 touchdowns without Tyreek Hill is absolutely insane. And I get it. The Cardinals are in deep trouble right now. They're in a lot of trouble, but let's be real here. The Cardinals defense isn't that bad. But still, it's still not terrible. Like, you should not have let 5 touchdowns from Mahomes go through. Absolutely not.
Yeah. So I have a few winners and losers of the week. First, let's start with the winners. The winners I have is the Giants. I mean, they come in to Tennessee, beat the number 1 seed in the playoffs last year, the number 1 seed in the AFC last year. And I love the fact that they went for it.
Oh, I agree too. Brian
They
Dable
went
was
for
definitely
two.
one of
That
my
showed
winners
they have
as
some
well.
balls. That show that they have a lot of balls, and that Brian Dable trusts his team to get the job done. And Saquon Barkley, as my offensive player of the week. He had 194 total yards, 1 touchdown, and that 2-point conversion to give them the win. Also, you got the Kansas City Chiefs. No Tyreek, no problem. Case in point, this past Sunday. As far as the losers go, I got to go with the Rams, honestly. I mean, you have the Bills coming in. They're really hot. And then this is what we get from the reigning defending undisputed Super Bowl champions in their first game. Really?
That is a very good point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Offensively, they didn't show up. Defensively, they didn't show up. It was just why? Why even bother?
Oh, trust me, they were terrible. But the Buffalo Bill, I think it was more of the Buffalo Bills just being that good than the Rams sucking. Because I know the Rams could definitely rebound. My biggest loser of the week has to be Nathaniel Hackett, without a doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, he just – I don't think even a high school coach would make the mistakes he made. I don't even think a high school coach would make those mistakes that bad. And then also, one of my other biggest losers was referees in general. Referees in general had a really bad week this week. Really showed a rough around the edges. A lot of missed calls throughout all the games. A lot of bad penalties, including the Steelers one. They missed a lot of bad calls. It was just a terrible week for referees in general. So referees this week are definitely one of my biggest losers this week, other than Nathaniel Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett's top tier, but the referees are rare.
Those damn zebras.
And usually it's not that bad, but some of these games were completely that Carolina-Cleveland game, completely ruined by the referees. Yes. And there were a couple other ones that were ruined by referees. I can't remember which one specifically, but there were a few really bad calls that were missed. So,
and then of course the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, the Atlanta Falcons were they're so bad.
I forget how big of the lead they had. Is it either 16 or 18-point lead?
No, it was 26-10. 26-10.
So they had a 16-point lead going into the fourth quarter and
blew it.
You know what happens next.
Yeah.
What about you, Tim? What do you got for winners and losers of the week?
Well, I'd say that I have a winner in a losing effort. I'd have to say Russell Wilson.
Interesting.
Russell Wilson. I mean, going into his old home turf, and the Broncos came up short, but I think Russell Wilson has found his stride with his team. Everything's going to be okay. Biggest loser, that coach.
Nathaniel Hackett.
Nathaniel Hackett, yeah.
No surprise.
We can say so much about him, and then we'll probably get never tired of it.
Everybody knows the story now. We all know what the hell he did.
Yeah, we know, so we can move on.
Exactly.
Offensive player of the week, I agree. I got to go with my East Texas boy, Patrick Mahomes.
There we go.
Go with him. And for defensive player of the week, in a losing effort again. Now I'm saying this, I'm just a homer. I'm a homer. I gotta go with the NFC defensive player rookie of the year from last year, Micah Parsons, with those two sacks on Tom Brady. Although losing effort, but hey, I think the kid still got it. He could maybe be in line for defensive player of the year if he keeps up this pace. I mean, how many sacks did he get last year? 11, 12? Someone quickly look that up for me.
Let me do that right now. Hold on just a minute. Micah Parsons.
Yeah, because he's already got 2 right now. So 2 per game, that would be
statistics.
Wow.
Statistics last year, he had 13.
Ooh.
13 sacks last year, and already he's got 2.
Pretty good.
He's definitely on his way up again.
He's
That's insane,
only to go but up.
You know what the crazy thing is about this the sacks thing? Micah Parsons is actually, I think, second in the league now with sacks. I think, guess who's in number 1 though?
Myles Garrett.
No, actually not.
TJ Watt.
No. Khalil Mack and Alex.
That's right.
Mack truck.
Mac Daddy.
Khalil Mack and Alex.
Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac.
That's a good song. I remember that song. I
Hey,
can't
maybe
play
y'all
it
to
either.
cue that up sometime.
We gotta. Oh yeah, the Jamar Chase touchdown. They did miss that. That's right.
Yeah.
Also, another big winner. I just forgot about this. Geno Smith. Geno Smith. I got to say it because what he said,
I agree.
they wrote me off and I didn't write back. That was so cool when he said that. Respect. Mad respect. To Geno
Respect.
Smith.
I agree.
Mad respect to Geno Smith. Should we start with week 2 now?
Yes, we should. Let's go ahead and do it.
All right.
Do it.
We start out Thursday night on Amazon Prime.
Oh, God.
Amazon exclusive.
getting used to
Amazon gets the Thursday night slot, and it's a big one to start off. It is the Los Angeles Chargers against the Kansas City Chiefs. This game is in Kansas City. We get, for the first time, Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit on the call.
That's actually insane. I did not think of that. Yep, it is the truth, though.
And the referee for this game, Lucas?
John Hussey, and the Chiefs are favored by 4 points.
Who do you guys got and why? Who wants to go first?
Fuck it, I'm going first.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
I'm going first. Both of these offenses both look pretty good over the last week. Kansas City had a better offensive output compared to the to the Chargers, but still, it's apples and oranges. Both offenses still look pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm extremely excited to see how good both of these teams will play, especially because Chiefs and Chargers games, those games like the past, they were like, especially last year, are both really good. And the Chargers won last year in Kansas City, which
They did.
I remember that game because I was heading home from a tournament and I was catching the end of that game because I had the red zone pass and I was catching the end of that. And it was pretty crazy to say the least. It was a pretty crazy game.
Yes, it was. You're talking about week 18, right?
Yes. I'm talking
Oh,
about,
my God.
I was talking about that. Not only was I talking about that game, but I was also talking about the game early on, that September 26th game, because that was on my birthday when they won 30 to 24.
That's right.
That was a pretty good game. That was a really good game, and that was where they had that game-winning touchdown, 32 seconds left from Mike Williams from Justin Herbert, the last few seconds of the game.
Yeah.
This realistically good game could either way. I realistically can see either of these teams winning it. I don't want to make this my coin flip game of the week yet. I don't think that it should. This will be a great game, and I'm expecting both these offenses to put up at least 30 points. This will be a high-scoring game, but I got to go with the Chiefs.
You kind of have to.
I think the Chiefs at home, I think they'll be able to have enough answers for the Chargers. If the Chargers do end up winning, though, I will not be the least bit surprised. I'm going to go with Kansas City here. I think that they get the job done barely. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and I think – wait a minute. The one thing that does interest me, though, is because instead of going for a game-winning field goal, it does tie they're going in. They don't have Butker this week. He's hurt.
That's right.
So do they go for sign somebody off really off the street for a week, or – do they have Patrick Mahomes throw a game-winning touchdown to Travis Kelce?
Ooh.
My final score is going to be 41-35. Give me the Chiefs.
41-35.
High-scoring matchup. This will if you have the over/under, I'm taking the over easily for points.
Hey, Tim, what you got?
Well, LC got some good points right on there. This is going to be a good scoring game, although I don't really see it that high of a scoring game, but it's going to be very high. I don't have Harrison Butker, so I don't know if they want to trust the backup, but I think I will. I'm actually thinking that the Chargers will come up. I think they're just going to come up short. I believe they will cover the 4-point spread there.
Yes.
I believe it's going to end in a field goal with Kansas City on top. Give me the Chiefs 33-30.
Well, I don't have a soundbite for this yet, but this is my game of the week. Game of the week. Game of the week. Game of the week. Game of the week.
There you go.
with Justin Herbert against Patrick Mahomes. That is a treat anytime that they meet, and Arrowhead is going to be rocking on Thursday night. Matter of fact, did you see that they are painting the end zones and the midfield to celebrate Arrowhead's 50th anniversary?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, they're going old school on Thursday night.
Oh, nice. The old school logo.
They're going old school. So the Chiefs
awesome.
rolled, and the Chiefs absolutely rocked against the Cardinals with Mahomes lining it up through the air, 360 yards, 5 touchdowns. But the Chargers can rush the passer with that dynamic duo of Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. Look for a high-scoring game with the Chiefs winning in a close one. I have the Chiefs winning, but I have the Chargers covering. I'm thinking it's going to be a 1-point game. I'm going to say 31-30.
Ooh,
wow.
That is a nail biter.
I'm going to say
Nate Lee, he said he's got the exact same score I do. Can you highlight that for me?
How about them apples?
Yeah,
How about them apples?
that?
How about them apples?
Hey, Nate, I think we're onto something here, aren't we?
All right. All right. Next game on the list, we have the New York Jets against the Cleveland Browns. This game is in Cleveland. Announcers for this game, you get the Spirit with Dinas and Jay Feely.
See me,
feel
me. Yes.
So the spread is Browns -6, and the referee for this game is Blake.
Trub?
The new one. Tra Blake, the new referee.
I'll go first in this one, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The Browns will be facing a familiar quarterback this week in Joe Flacco.
Fluco.
He wasn't good last week in the Jets' loss versus the Ravens. The Browns got a close win against the Panthers last week, but they are at home in this one. And Jacoby Brissett, a.k.a. Brisket, will play better in a second start for the Browns. The Browns will go 2-0. Give me the Browns to beat the Jets by a final of 24-13.
Ooh. Tiny Tim?
This is a toilet bowl, yes.
Yeah. We need to have...
we do not want to see a tie.
No.
Last thing we want to see
is sorry, Bills
tie.
Mafia, but we don't want any more ties. I mean,
no more ties. This isn't that football.
No, we don't want no ties. Anyway, we need to have a sound effect for a toilet bowl, I guess.
Oh God,
I'll figure something out.
Nah, I know you will.
I'll fix it.
But anyway, we got Joe Fluco now with the Jets, and we got the Brisket at the quarterback for the Browns. Yeah, I can see the Browns winning this one. I can't really give a high score here. I'm just going to say, let's just say 20-16. Give it to the Brownies.
There we go.
Who saw that new Browns logo on midfield?
It's an elf. Looks like the Keebler elf.
It does look like a Keebler elf. But he lived in the streets of Cleveland for more than 2 days, and it ruined him. That's what it looks like. That midfield logo looks so bad. Oh, my God. It looks terrible. Let's be real here. This game is going to absolutely suck. If you watch this game, I don't know what to tell you. This will be a boring game to watch. It will be sloppy football throughout the whole thing. Do I really care who wins? I would like to see the Browns lose going into next week because the Steelers play on Thursday night on a short week in Cleveland on week 3. But it's not going to happen. Browns will go 2-0, unfortunately. I just do not see them losing here. I think the Jets are in deep, deep trouble. I think that the Jets will keep it close, but I think the Browns will win this game. Final score, 19-14. Give me the Browns.
All right. Next game on the list. Well, this is an interesting one because last year, Week 18, we all know the results of this one. Colts versus Jaguars.
Oh, God.
This game is in Jacksonville.
That's
and the Colts are favored by 4.
Mm-hmm.
The announcers for this game, we have Tom McCarthy and Tiki Barber.
The referee for this game is going to be Alex Kemp.
Who do you guys got and why?
Well, let me start off this one here. Indianapolis, they still have that awesome quarterback, Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
In Jacksonville, they still have Trevor Lawrence. He's a sunshine man. Not really much to say about this one here. It's kind of lopsided, but it kind of smells a little bit of maybe a surprise game here.
Oh.
Could be a surprise game here, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Colts. So what's the line here?
4.
Is Colts by 4?
Yes.
They're playing in Jacksonville. Yeah. So I'm going to take the. Yeah, I'll take the Colts and say 26-20 over Jacksonville.
Well, Tim, it's funny you mentioned that because the Colts have not won in Jacksonville since 2014.
I was about to say that.
And lost last year in their final week to cost them a playoff spot, and he went by. Okay. Lucas just left.
I think he may have accidentally.
Did you push the button?
It's a kerfuffle. I had a kerfuffle.
A brouhaha, if you will.
Exactly.
If you will. And the Colts are playing consecutive road games, which we all know in the NFL is really tough. They're also, while Jacksonville is playing their home opener, and that gives them a big edge. The Colts rallied to tie with the Texans last week, but this time they won't rally to win. Give me the Jaguars to beat the Colts, and
is he going to sound the alarm?
Sound the alarm.
Oh boy.
Uh, 26-23. Give me the Jaguars.
Oh my God. It's funny that you mentioned it because I was going to bring it up too. The Jaguars and Colts, the Colts have not won in Jacksonville since 2014. That's almost 8 years going into this year. It's 7 years right now. It could be 8 after this week. Just insanity. And Jacksonville did not look bad against Washington. They did not look bad. I think they had a very good game. I just think realistically that this game realistically could come down to the last minute. Alex, sound the alarm.
Oh my God!
Again?
Let's go.
This is my upset of the week. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think the Jaguars get it done thanks to a late Trevor Lawrence to Christian Kirk touchdown.
Ooh.
It puts the Colts down to 0-1-1. Still alive in their season, but Jacksonville is on top of the AFC South after this game. Final score, 24-23. Give me the Jaguars.
All right. Next game on the list. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the New Orleans Saints. This game is in New Orleans in the Caesars Superdome.
That's right. It's the Caesars.
The announcers for this game, we have Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olson.
The referee is Sean Hockley, who was coming off of the Steeler game last week.
Who do you guys got and why?
I'll actually go first on this one. The Buccaneers are playing consecutive road games, and when it comes to playing the New Orleans Saints in the regular season, the Saints seem to be the Buccaneers' kryptonite as of recently.
Yes, they are.
They've been the kryptonite of Tom Brady many, many years, especially because Dennis Allen does have a really good defensive scheme for the Buccaneers. This time, however, I just do not see the same Saints team as I did the past couple of years. I think that Jameis Winston will try and keep this game alive as much as they can, but I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers go into New Orleans and finally exercise their demons of the Saints and win the game in New Orleans. Final score, they haven't won in this New Orleans since that 2020 playoff game.
That is true.
That is a very good point. So give me the Buccaneers to win this game. I think they will get the job done. I think it'll be closer than people expect. My final score is going to be you're going to make sure it's going to cover the point spread. Buccaneers 24, Saints 21. Give me the Buccaneers because it's 2.5. Buccaneers are here to play.
Well, the Buccaneers are playing consecutive road games after a Sunday night, which is always tough, but they're also banged up on offense in a big way. I mean, their offensive line looks like
it looks bad. It does not look good, and Chris Godwin's also hurt. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, it looks like a plate of vomit.
Saints defense, I think, will keep this close, but I think it has to happen eventually. Tom Brady has to beat the Saints eventually, especially in New Orleans. I think this is their year to do it. I'm going to go with the Bucs as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 23-17. Give me Tampa Bay.
And I will make it unanimous here. It's just not quite the same Saints team that has taken care of Tampa Bay in the past. Well, the obvious reason is for the future Hall of Famer. He's no longer there, but I see this is the year that they beat New Orleans in the Big Easy. So I'm going to take the new Brady bunch, Tampa Bay. Going to go down to New Orleans. Jameis Winston is going to make a big game out of it, but it'll come up just a little bit short. Give me the Buccaneers in a good one, 31-27 over the New Orleans Saints.
All right.
Very nice.
Next game on the list, we have the Washington Commies against the Detroit Lions. This game is in Detroit, and the Detroit Lions are a 1.5-point favorites.
Who would have thunk the Lions would be favorites?
Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma are on the call.
The referee for this game is going to be, let me see here. It is somewhere in here. Bill Vinovich is the referee for this game.
Okay. Well, Commanders are coming off a home victory over the Jaguars where Carson Wentz drove to the game-winning score late in the game. And the Lions looked really good on offense against the Eagles. But their defense, not so much.
Oh, it looked terrible.
Defense, not so much. This could end up being a shootout, honestly. This could have been a shootout. So I'm going to agree. I think the Lions are due for a win. I think after what we saw on Hard Knocks, after what we saw last week, I'm going to give it to the Lions. I think the Lions get the win over the Commanders by a final of 31-27. Give me the Lions.
Yeah, I kind of sliding that direction in a little bit, although I don't know if it's going to be that much of a scoring game right there, but I'm sure I'm kind of thinking Detroit could get a good win out here against these Washington and Cobra Commanders. Cobra!
Love that reference.
Yes.
Great reference.
Give me, I'm going to say, I'll go ahead and take the Lions at home. Let's say, give them a score of, I think you a bit of an unusual score, 24-19.
I like it.
Right.
Carson Wentz playing the Lions. He's played the Lions in the past before. And remember the last time Carson Wentz played the Lions in Detroit? How the fuck do you fumble? Ryan Matthews, you suck.
Oh, yes. Yes, of
Ryan
course.
Matthews, you suck.
Of course. How could I
Yeah,
forget?
I remember that. One of the most iconic videos out there that I remember seeing. How the fuck you fumble? I think the Lions.
All you had to do was block for him.
That's right. Anyways, I think the Lions get the job done here. I love the fact that this team rallies around Dan Campbell so much. Dan Campbell's such a likable guy. He's a really good coach, and I definitely think the Lions will get the job done and will get him a big win. My final score for the Lions is going to be, I'm going to say 27-23. Give me the Lions.
Nice. Tim, did you say yours already?
Yes, I took the Lions 24-19.
All right. Next game, we have the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants.
Oh, boy.
This game is in New York, I believe.
It is.
And the Giants are 2-point favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And the announcers for this game are Joe Davis and Daryl Johnston.
Ron Torbert is officially the referee for this game. Moose.
Well, the Giants did some good things in rallying late to beat the Titans on the road. Saquon Barkley, like I said, he was my offensive player of the week last week, my MVP for week 1. And he will carry this team here against the Carolina team that lost to the Browns. The Giants are going to go 2-0. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
I could not imagine it.
There's people saying out there going like,
Bitch, are you for real?
yeah, I'm calling it. Giants go 2-0, 24-10. Give me a big blue.
You don't mind if I save you for last on this one, Tiny Tim, right?
Go ahead.
So I think I got something special for this game. It's not my upset pick of the week, but it's another one of those things that we do often in the channel, and it is my... Do the sound effect, Alex.
Is it what I think it is?
Yes, it is. Coin flip game of the week. This is my coin flip.
Oh,
I do not know
man.
who to pick of this game. I really do not want to see Baker Mayfield after that heartbreaking loss go 0-2. The Giants, it'd be interesting to see him go 2-0, but I don't know, man. So I'm going to do something simple. The Eagle on here, which is the rival of the Giants, will be the Giants since they're rivals. And the Cactus Cinco de Mayo thing will be the Panthers. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Please be heads, please be heads, please be heads, please be heads, please be heads.
Alex?
Tails.
Got the Cactus. That means I'm going with the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, the Panthers.
I'm going with the Panthers this week. Panthers, I'm going to say, win this game by a final score of... Want to know my score?
6-9.
No.
Nice.
I'm going... that is nice, but still, my final score is going to be 13 to 12. 13 to 12. Fuck it. 13-12. Four field goals from Graham Gano is not enough as Baker Mayfield throws a late touchdown pass to DJ Moore. 13-10.
13-12.
13-12. I'm sorry. 13-12.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be that bad to them, but you know, I can actually see the Giants going 2-0, and I can see Saquon Barkley running for at least 125, 130 yards in this game. I'm going to take the G-Men here. I'm going to take them by a score of 27-17.
Okay.
I'm the only one with the Panthers, but mine was a coin flip, so
It was.
I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what
Okay.
to tell you.
Next up, we have the New England Patriots versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game is in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Patriots are a 1.5-point favorite, I believe.
Yes, it's 2. Sorry, 2.
2-point favorites, and you get Ian Eagle and Charles Davis on the call. You get the A team. Or,
You get the A team. I like
oh,
that.
no,
Getting the A
no,
team.
B team. No, you get the B team because
B team.
Nance and Roma are still the A team, whether you like.
Oh, that is a good point, but still. I'm
Regardless.
Regardless.
Steelers versus Patriots.
That's right. And the announcers for this game are, the referee for this game is Land Clark. We get Land Clark.
Save Lucas for last, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So, Patriots are playing consecutive road games after a terrible showing against a certain team that plays in South Florida. I'm not going to name names or anything. Spins up. The Steelers are playing their home opener after upsetting the Bengals in overtime. But the Steelers will be without TJ Watt, which I think will be kind of a little bit of a factor here. Their defense is dynamic, whether TJ Watt plays or not. I think the Patriots will hang around, but in the end, I'm going to pull a Sturman. When in doubt, when you don't know who to pick, you go with the home team. I'm going to go with the Steelers in this game by a final of 28-24.
Ooh, okay. High scoring.
Okay.
Stars gone to Super Bowl.
Yeah, looks like New England. Looks like New England's going to be kind of having a. I can see them having a rougher time this year than last year. They're going to make it interesting, but in the end, I'm going to go ahead and take the Steelers. You'll see. I'm going to take the Steelers by a score of 28-24.
I talked a lot about it in my.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold up just a second. Lucas, cook.
There.
Here we go. Oh, it is my turn. I talked a lot about my hate week realistically, so I'll just go over the brief points of that I went over my hate week.
Ooh,
who do the Patriots? Ooh, banana. But anyways, who do the Patriots have on offense that actually scares me? No one. Here's the point. No one. There are many people that want to say, "Oh, what about the Patriots wide receivers and tight ends?" They're not that good. And the running back, Damian Harris reminds me of a slower Le'Veon Bell.
Oh,
he does. I'm sorry. He can catch and he's good at route running, but otherwise, it's not that good. I'm sorry. He's not that good. He's kind of overrated, and I don't get the hype for him. I think that the Steelers defense is going to be completely fine without TJ Watt. I know it's a hard thing. It's going to hurt us for 6 weeks or more. But realistically, I think the Steelers will be fine. We got Malik Reed in a trade specifically for this reason if TJ Watt was going to be hurt.
That's right.
And he will make his first start against the Patriots. I think the Patriots' offensive line is pretty bad. I do not think that their offensive line is anywhere near as good as Cincinnati's. I think Cincinnati, before the season started, was a top 10 rated offensive line by Pro Football Focus. I think the Patriots right now are the 23rd rank on Pro Football Focus. I'm not 100% sure, but they are pretty bad. And I think the Steelers' offensive defense will feast on that New England Patriots offensive line. Mac Jones having that back injury also had hurt him. Even though he's a full participant, he's still going to be feeling it. And I think if you get him, he gets another hit down there, he's going to be out for a while. I think that the Steelers will win no matter what. I just do not trust the Patriots at all. I think the Steelers offense will do what it takes to get the win. I think our defense gets a touchdown once again, but I think the Patriots will get a garbage time touchdown late. My final score is going to be Pittsburgh Steelers 23-10. I just do not think the Steelers win by too much, but I think they will get ahead early. I think they will lead. I'm going to say 13-3 at halftime, and I think they'll just hold on to the lead. They'll have a late touchdown from Mitch Trubisky to rookie wide receiver George Pickens will be the deciding point. That's right. George Pickens will be the thing that puts them ahead and keeps in the league. I just do not see the Patriots bouncing back here. I'm sorry. Christina, who's in the chat right now. Christina, I'm sorry. Patriots are not doing much. I'm sorry. Their offense is complete trash. So give me the Pittsburgh Steelers win this game. Final score 23-10.
Complete trash.
It's bad. Essentially their offensive line. It's bad.
Oh boy. This next game is gonna give me nightmares.
Oh god.
We got the Dolphins against the Ravens. This game is in Baltimore. Ravens are hold up just a minute. 3.5-point favorites.
Oh boy.
And the announcers are Kevin Harlan and Trent Green.
Dolphins and Ravens is Adrian Hill.
Save me for last.
All right. Tiny Tim.
All right. And Miami looked pretty good last week, actually. On the road this week to Baltimore, which usually has a very stout defense. Lamar Jackson seems to be getting back into a groove. I'm going to say, I hate to do this to you, Pizzle, my brother.
It's fine. It's fine.
I say Baltimore 30, Miami 24.
It's okay. At least it's close.
Right.
Lucas, what do you have?
I realistically want the Dolphins to win this game. If I could pick 2 upsets of the week, I would pick the Dolphins, but I don't think I could do 2 upsets in a week. The Dolphins will make this close, though, but I think, unfortunately, the Ravens do get a small win here. I think that they will barely beat the Dolphins. This will definitely be more of a slugfest kind of game where both defenses will do what they can, but I think the Ravens' offense will do just enough to get them barely over the hump. I think the Dolphins will make this close, but I think the Ravens will get a late touchdown to Mark Andrews to get the win, unfortunately. My final score is going to be 20-18. Give me the Baltimore Ravens.
All right. Here we go. The last four visits to M&T Bank Stadium for the Dolphins result in the following. In 2005, the Ravens beat us 30-23. In 2010, they beat us 26-10. 2016, 38-6.
Oof.
And then 2017, 40-0. The Ravens have been our kryptonite. We haven't won in Baltimore since the year 1997. That's a long ass time. The Ravens have been our kryptonite, and ever since John Harbaugh has been their head coach, we've only beaten them twice. Once in 2015 when they had to rely on Matt Schaub as their quarterback. Lucas, you know, you were there.
I remember. Mm-hmm.
You were there because you got my tickets because I went to Tampa Bay instead.
Yeah,
that's right. I was
James
there.
Winston. You saw that game. That game was terrible.
I did remember that game.
And the Joe Flacco was hurt. And speaking of being hurt, we beat them last year, and when everybody in the Ravens were hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody and their mother. So this year, they're going to be fully healthy. I think fate is on their side. History is on their side. And I'm going to be on their side this week. I got the Ravens beating us. Final 31-21. Give me Baltimore. There we go.
Dang, that's brutal.
Next up, we got the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. This game is in San Francisco. Such a fun word to say. And the 49ers are 9.5-point favorites.
I did not expect that.
And the announcers for this game, Adam Amin and Mark Schlereth.
Brad Rogers is the head referee for this game.
I guess I'll go first on this one. Seahawks are 1-0, while the 49ers are 0-1. Who saw that after week 1?
I didn't.
Who expected that? Nobody. Seattle played well in upsetting the Broncos on Monday night, but now they head out on a short week. That is probably going to be a challenge for them. The 49ers did not play well in bad conditions at Soldier Field and losing to the Bears, but I think I don't really know what to think. So you know what? I'm going to let fate decide. Because this is my coin flip game of the week.
Really? Wow.
Yes, it is. Heads will be Seattle. Oh, shit. I dropped it. And tails will be the 49ers.
All right.
Bowie. Give me the 49ers. Give me San Francisco.
All right.
Final 29-23.
A-Bomb, I know, is pissed after losing.
A-Bomb.
Oh, yeah.
A-Bomb is pissed after seeing
Where is that guy?
That's what I'm wondering. He did see my hate week, so I'm happy he saw my hate week.
I watch his videos. He's fun. He's
funny,
a funny
man.
Dude.
I need his YouTube channel.
I'll send it to you.
Send it to Tom.
Thanks.
Put it in the group chat. But man, he's not happy though. Trey Lance, he better show up this week. I definitely think that this is his time to show up. I think the Seahawks defense played great against the Broncos week 1. I think that was a good revenge game that was spoiled by the Seahawks. And I think that this time, though, going to San Francisco is going to be a tough one, especially because the Niners are going to be pissed off playing in San Fran. It's going to be a very tough environment. My final score for this game is going to be 49ers. I'm going to say the Seahawks will cover the points for it. So, Brett, the Seahawks plus 9.5. But final score, Seahawks 20, 49ers 27. Give me the Niners.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Niners at home here, even though, as LC said, Seattle is going to make it interesting. Give me the Niners by a score of 27-24.
Next up, we have the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. This game is in Los Angeles. Rams are a 10.5-point favorites against the Falcons.
Nuts.
And we have Kevin Kugler and Mark Dirty Butt Fumble Sanchez.
Right.
Butt fumble, Dirty Sanchez. The referee is Clay Martin for this game.
I saw Dashy's prediction or picks and predictions last night. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. He had the Falcons as his upset.
Wow. I'm legitimately shocked.
That takes some balls.
Yeah.
That takes huge cojones.
Yeah, huge cojones. Has to have balls the size of grapefruits.
Oh my god!
Please don't remind me of that. I mean, we're so close to first place. It's not even funny. Anyways, the Rams have been rested for 10 days after a terrible showing against the Buffalo Bills. Sean McVay is too good of a coach for that loss to linger. The Falcons played well in their loss, losing to the Saints in a game that they probably should have won, but they choked away because Atlanta. This is a long trip against a good team that will be very focused. I am making this my lock of the week.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
35-9.
Holy shit.
Well, I'd like to speak on this if I may next. Yeah, the Rams are a much better team than what they showed last week. I mean, I know they're a lot much better. I mean, yeah, you got Sean McVay. And you got Matthew Stafford. And you got one of the greatest receivers these days. The cup runneth over.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he runneth over everything that gets in his path. And I don't know if Atlanta's going to choke on this one. I don't think they're going to be much of a factor in this one. I mean,
no, they're not going to choke.
No, they're just gonna suck. They ain't gonna choke. They're just gonna suck.
It's gonna suck. I love that.
So,
line. They're just gonna suck.
So for that reason, yeah, give me the Rams, Alex.
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. Or the week.
Ha!
Give me the Rambos, 35-17.
I'm the only one that does not have this in my group. That is the lock of the week.
I think I know what yours is, though.
Mine is coming up later, but
I know what yours is, though.
Here's the thing with this game, though. This game could go realistically either way. I think the Rams having that rest will help them out a lot. I think that the Rams will do everything they can to get the win. My thing is, though, I think Atlanta will keep themselves early, and I think they will be close to the half, but I think the Rams will lead in the second half, then completely run away with it. My final score is going to be Rams. I'm going to say 34, Falcons 17. Give me the Rams.
All right. Next game we have is the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. This game is in Vegas. Vegas Raiders are a 5.5-point favorite. And the announcers are the A-team, Jim Nantz and Tony. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Greg Gumbel and Anna Marchelletto.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm like, our A-team for this game? I wasn't sure about that, man. That
My bad.
No, you're good.
Bad.
You're good. Don't worry, man.
My bad.
But the referee is Cleet Blakeman.
Cleet.
I'll actually go first on this one because I want to get my thoughts on it. Yeah, Cleat. I know you're not a fan of Cleat.
I like his name. His name's Cleat. That's the way he said it. Like Cleat.
Cleat. For some reason, it reminds me of how you say Dinkelberg. Oh, man, that's another funny joke. But anyways, Cardinals and Raiders. God, this game is going to have no fucking defense whatsoever. This game screams shootout. This game screams shootout all over. I thought the Chiefs and Chargers was going to be a shootout. I take that back. This game screams shootout. I think that this game will be a shootout between both these teams. I expect Devontae Adams to have a career day over the Cardinals. Completely porous secondary, and I think that the Cardinals will do what they can. Hollywood Brown will get at least a touchdown, but I think in the end, the Raiders are going to come back and win this game. It'll be Josh McDaniels' first coaching win as a Raiders head coach. Final score is going to be as follows. I'm going to have Raiders 38, Cardinals 34. Give me the
Hey.
This sounds like a very interesting matchup here. Western region interconference interconference matchup here.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. This Josh Jacobs is a great running back. Then we got the Cardinals. I don't know much about them, but they seem like they're doing okay. With Kyler Murray still there. Derek Carr versus Kyler Murray. This is a very, very interesting matchup here.
That's going to be fun to watch. Hopefully.
So interesting.
Oh!
I like it.
I just decided the comments. I'm just going to let this coin decide it for me. The heads. That's going to be the visiting Cardinals with this thing here, whatever it is. That's going to be the home team Raiders. So, let's see how it goes. And 1, 2, 3.
Boom.
There you go. There.
I'm gonna say that a field goal is gonna be the difference in this one. I'm gonna say, let's say
field goal.
Yeah, let's go 34-31 Raiders.
Sweet. All right, next up, we've got the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. This game is in Denver. Broncos are a 10-point favorites. And the announcers are Andrew Catalon and James Lofton. Referee
for this game, for which game? Sorry, the
Texans and Broncos.
Okay, I just want to make sure I got the right one. And Texans and Broncos referee is Carl Sheffers.
All right. So the Broncos are playing their home opener after losing Monday night to the Seahawks in a game that they should have won because Nathaniel Hackett. But they didn't because Nathaniel Hackett is an idiot. The Texans played well in tying with the Colts last week, but this will be a bigger and much more tough of a challenge on the road. I think they will hang around in this one, but I think the Broncos win it late with a last-second field goal. What do you know? The same thing that happened last week, except this time it works. 24-21. Give me the Broncos.
I see a little bit of a larger margin of victory than that. I say Russell Wilson really puts his pedal to the metal on the home opener here. And I'm going to take the Denver Broncos behind Mr. Wilson. Give me the Broncos to win this 137-20.
All right.
Yeah, I don't see the Broncos losing again. The Texans are the Texans. Here's my thing, though: is
Look at that.
look at that picture. What is that?
That's awesome. Gary's a minion.
Gary is amazing.
What is he just now figuring this out?
Welcome, CA Cougar.
CA Cougar, good to see you.
Christina.
Good to see you, see you, Cougar.
Christina.
Good to see you, Bo.
Big Dave.
My thing with this game is, though, can Nathaniel Hackett make 2 terrible coaching decisions in 2 weeks? Yeah. Do I think it's realistic? Do I think it's going to happen? No.
Possibly.
I really think Nathaniel Hackett will do enough to win. I think the Broncos will do enough. My final score is going to be, I'm going to say 34-23. Give me the Broncos. I think they barely get the job done. They'll get it done late.
Hey, Tim,
Still.
I got a question for you.
How about this?
Hey, what's up?
It's your game. How about them Cowboys? It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. This game is in Dallas. Cincinnati is a 7.5-point favorite, and you get the A team of CBS. You get Jim Nantz and Tony Romo on the call.
That's right. And Brad Allen is the referee for this game.
Save Tim for last. Well, the Bengals get a break in facing Cooper Rush rather than Dak Prescott, because there's not going to be no Dak for a while. It took Joe Burrow a while to get it going against the Steelers after sitting out much of training camp. And last week, after 5 turnovers, 5 turnovers, but he got the rust off in the second half, and I think that carries over here. The Cowboys, I think, are going to be a little limited on offense, so I'm going to go with the reigning defending AFC champion, Cincinnati Bengals, get the win over the Cowboys. Sorry, Tim, 27-20.
I'd love to see Cooper Rush beat the Bengals and send them to 0-2. Those dreams are just dreams, though. They're not reality. I'm sorry to say this, Dad. Sorry to say this, Ty and Tim. Dashy, as much as I want to see your team lose again, it's not going to happen. Unfortunately, it will not happen. I got the Cincinnati Bengals here. I think the Bengals offense will rebound here. I think Joe Burrow will have a much better game. My final score is going to be 28-20. Give me the Bengals.
Now let's hear what Tim has to say.
All righty. Well, as I said in the beginning, only 2 good things came out of last week's game against the Buccaneers was when Parsons sacked Brady twice, and the Cowboys only held the Bucs to 19 points. Cowboys are at home again this week. They got Cincinnati coming in. They got a nice team right there. Can't really count out Cincinnati. Cooper Rush, it would be nice to see him beat the Bengals. I don't know about this one because it was, I can't remember what week it was. Cooper Rush had the feeling for Dak Prescott. I can't remember if it was at home against the Vikings or on the road against the Vikings.
I think it was on the road.
On the road against the Vikings, and the Cowboys won that one. So it's not out of all possibility, but I may have told y'all before, I'm a realist. And
Since first.
and Dak's gonna be out for a little while, so Cowboys gonna make it interesting, but I have to go with the Bungles here. I gotta go with them. Speaking realistically, Cowboys going to make it close, but in the end, it'll be the Bungles winning by a score of 24-20. But hopefully, things will get better. Now, Dak, they first said that he'd be out for about 6 to 8 weeks. Now, Jerry Jones is saying he could be back in 4 weeks. I mean, yeah, I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, but does anybody ever buy anything that Jerry Jones says? I don't.
It's been a while since anybody's,
Yeah.
thought of what or take anything Jerry Jones says seriously. You know what I mean?
That is a very good point.
Sunday night, we got the Bears against the Packers at Lambeau Field on NBC. Check your local listings. Packers are a 10-point favorite.
Oof.
The announcers, Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth will be on the call.
Craig Whirlstad will be the referee for this game.
Now, the Packers were awful in losing to the Vikings, while the Bears shocked the 49ers in a driving rainstorm. This is the get-right game for the Packers. This is exactly what they need after a Week 1 loss like they did. Aaron Rodgers in the passing game will get it going, and the defense will dominate Justin Fields and the Bears offense. Give me the Packers big 34-14. Give me go, Pack, go.
Hell yeah. I also got the Packers this week. I think the Packers will make sure they rebound. I think that this is going to be more competitive than people think. I think the Bears will cover the point spread. But I think at the end of the day, I think the Packers will end up winning. I think it'll be closer than people think. But I'm going to say 30-23. Give me the Packers. I think Bears get a late garbage time touchdown to cover, but still. Give me the Packers. It's that bad man. Oh, shit, guys.
Sorry. I forgot to switch.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Forgot to switch.
Anyway, looking at this game, oldest rivalry in league history. But since that bad man has been in the league, he has pretty much dominated this particular team. And as I may have said before, in the case of the Chicago Bears, Aaron,
you are
the father.
Oh,
my God. Holy shit.
He's got his eyes.
Oh, my God.
Now what? Now what?
Now what? Come on.
And even though Green Bay had a kind of a stumble out of the blocks last week, they're at home. They'll make up for it. So give me the Pack by a score of 35-20.
All right. Now we have not one, but two Monday Night Football games. One of which is going to be on ESPN. We're going to start with that one because that one starts at 7:15. It is the Tennessee Titans against the Buffalo Bills. This game is in Buffalo. Buffalo is a 10-point favorite. And the announcers for this game, we have Steve Levy, Louis Riddick, and Dan Orlovsky.
Interesting. Dan Orlovsky. That's a really interesting one. The referee for the first game is going to be Sean Smith.
Who do you guys got and why?
Actually, I want to go first, though, because let's be real here. This game is not going to be close. Tennessee, you looked awful in week 1 against the Giants. You blew a 13-0 lead. Buffalo's coming off 10 days of rest, and it'll be 11 when they play the Titans on Monday Night Football. Alex, it's time.
Is this your – but do it again. Do it one more time.
It is my –
And this is my stone cold lock of the century. All week.
I think it's my stone cold lock of century of the week. Buffalo Bills are my Super Bowl pick, and nothing will change otherwise. Final score, Buffalo 45-17. Give me the Buffalo Bills. Circle the wagon, Bills.
Nobody.
Circle the wagon.
Like
the Buffalo
Bills.
That's right. So the Titans are coming off a brutal. What was that?
That's for you, Bills Mafia.
That's right. There we go. Titans are coming off a brutal loss to the Giants when they blew a big lead. And now they head north to play a Bills team that will have been rested now for 11 days. And
11
that
days.
plays a huge factor when you think about it. Buffalo has had problems with the Titans in recent years, but that will not be the case here. Josh Allen continues to roll up big numbers and prove why he is the runner for MVP. And Ryan Tannehill will be Ryan Tannehill. 31-21. Give me the Bills.
Yeah, give me the Bills by a score of 35-21 for pretty much all the same reasons as LC and Alex said. I mean,
That's
it's Tennessee is okay, but Buffalo is just a lot better.
Otto the Orange. Oh my goodness. Otto the Orange is in the chat.
Why
What?
oranges?
Absolute
Why
legend.
is there oranges?
Orangey
Otto
is
the
here.
Orange.
Absolute legend.
Oh, he is a legend. Absolutely.
So, and then the last game on the list, we have the Minnesota Vikings against the Philadelphia Chickens.
The Philadelphia
Philadelphia
Chickens.
Chickens. And the Chickens are a 2.5-point favorite. Announcers for this game, we have Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
Scott Novak is the referee for this game.
I guess I'll go first in this one.
Go right ahead.
This is one of the best games of the week with two 1-0 teams coming off of very, very impressive victories. The Vikings defense was outstanding last week against the Packers, but this is a very different style of offense. The Eagles will roll to a lot of points here, but the Vikings will also get theirs too. This will be a shootout, but in the end, I'm going to pull another Steel Sermon in this one. When you don't know who to pick, you got to go with the home team. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles, the Philadelphia Chickens. Final score, 34-28. Give me Philly.
I'm also going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles here, actually. The Philadelphia Chickens. I'm picking the home team because pretty much simple. This is my game of the week. Game of the week. Game of the week. Game of the week. Game of the week.
Wait.
Yeah, I think the Chickens are going to win this game. I think, simply put, the Chickens are the better team, and I think that they will do everything they can to win. And Luna also agrees as she falls asleep. Final score, Eagles 28, Vikings 23. Give me those chickens to fly. Chickens fly.
Okay.
Well, been looking at this one pretty good. So it's supposed to be what's the guy's name?
Kirk Cousins.
No, not Kirk Cousins. Philadelphia quarterback.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts. Yes, it's supposed to be really his year to shine this year. Kind of have a slow start last year, but I'm telling you, this combination of Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson, I mean this combo can be pretty amazing, and maybe with a little extra help from Adam hooked on a Thielen.
Hooked on a Thielen.
Yeah, and that could be good too. So, Alex, sound the alarm.
Oh my goodness!
I was waiting.
Here, I'm going to go with this awesome tandem. We got Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson. Then we got Kirk Cousins and Adam Thielen. I think they're going to come into Philadelphia and take care of those chickens. Give me the Vikings in my upset special, 31-24. Die, chickens, die.
Die, chickens, die. Oh, my God. I was waiting for you to figure out when we were going to
On
do
the
this.
road to crematory. All right. So that is it for week number 2, our picks and predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Oh, heck yeah.
Those guys
It
say
was
your
very
final
awesome.
goodbyes.
Luna says her final goodbyes right now. Luna, say something.
Something.
Come on, say something, Luna. She's too tired. That's too tired. She's too tired. But anyways, thank you all for coming on the show. Thank you for allowing me to see Alexander the Great and Tiny Tim. It's always great to be on this program.
Love it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. And I don't see much help, much success for the Cowboys in these next couple of weeks. You can just hope and pray, but hope everyone enjoys the games. Steel Sermon, we miss you, buddy.
That's right.
I miss you.
That's
yeah,
right.
Steel Sermon, holler at us sometime, and hopefully we can all get back together again. So, see ya. I'll see y'all next week. So,
All right,
take
folks.
care.
Folks, thank you so much for joining. I will be streaming the game this Sunday against the Ravens and the Dolphins, so hopefully you guys are there for that. It was a lot of fun last week. It's going to be a lot of fun this week. Hopefully not as painful. Hopefully there's not a lot of pain because Ravens always have our number. They are our kryptonite. Let me just say that. But, folks, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you guys being here. Till next week, this is the 4 Horsemen. A Pizzle, Elsie Muscles, Tiny Tim, Steel Servant, wherever me may be, saying peace out, fins up. Baby!
Let's go, Steelers.
How about them Cowboys?
Wait, one more time. Let's hear Jimmy Jones.
How about them Cowboys?
See ya!
Bye.